play all these silly games with me. I'm suffering, it's cruelty. I'm not sure how much is left to be. How you love me is cruelty.
Life ain't a game, and if it is, it's rigged. Cause the way we play can change and shift, but the final frame still remains the same. So the people that we share the board with mean so much. Don't face the void alone, find a date and go Dutch. Cause we're all gonna pay the price. I thought I found a person to help me foot the bill. She was too perfect all the way every day until she cut bait and head for the door. She said I didn't get it, or get her. It wasn't love anymore. I disagreed, but she was set in her course. Said she was sure she's a woman of her word, but she stopped just short of the gate and said, fine, I'll prove you don't know me. We'll play a game. If you correctly guess what I'm gonna do next, then I'll stay. I thought hard. I dug deep and said, you're gonna leave. Stone gaze to the stone heart, lone dart to the breastplate, penetrated straight to the place where the painful but true statements emanated. She got lost in the paradox, eyeballs rolled back, froze up like granite. To this day, in that same state, she's still standing.
As I looked out into the night, the thought came to me that beyond what I could see lay the future. Everything existed until I got there, and found that the horizon escaped my attempts to grab it. But I continued on towards the goal I set, because staying still is equivalent to death.
Once upon a time the light wasn't faded. Once there was a fire inside, never sated. My words were smooth on the edge, not serrated. When the pencil hit the paper, did it shred it like it's bladed. I could move a room with a nod and a smile, man. I could prove a point without yelling at the sky, man. I could run a mile with no pulmonary tightness. I could get a night's sleep without a couple Vicodin. Some Percocet, Xanax, a strong pint or six. Percussion hits, head throbs, gets me fucking sick. I'm always hungover, though you know what I blame? The bottle's not the problem, it's the bottom, it's the real shame. Smart in the wrong way, heart in the wrong place. Last in the cast, small part in a long play. Wise to the lies, so I cave finally. Take my name off this life, call me Alan Smithee.
There's a thief on a summer's night, across an ocean, who sees another's life fading away. There's a thief on a summer's night, across an ocean, who sees another's life fading away.
Set out to rid me of ambition, it was futile, cause apparitions have no mission but to live again. Beautiful, and as useful as a kayak in a perfect hurricane. I know there's no way back, but that desire still hurts the same. In the throes of a notice sticky summer's past, feel a bloated gut unload a poem in the grass of a lifetime trash, not a damn thing learned. Checks that were cashed, not a damn thing earned. But another few days of reprieve, and another long week to sink deeper in my sheets. Figments of a dream swimming in a sea of dignity. Whole oceans in between integrity and solvency. Backbroken mornings and these soft-spoken warnings. All these soulful outpourings, all this whoring of my core beliefs. It was all for the benefit of none, in a bed that stays cold, an audience of one.
There's a thief on a summer's night, across an ocean, who sees another's life fading away. There's a thief on a summer's night, across an ocean, who sees another's life fading away.
I've been around for 10,000 sunsets, but I've only seen a couple dozen of them for myself. Shit, trouble with this life is not a privilege, it's a right. Real trouble with the light as it goes out on a dime. I can tap my feet and nod my head on time, man. I can hold your head and your hand in mine, man. I can tell you that I'll see you on the other side, man. But that song and dance is a waltz for the blind, man. Balked at the signs, playing walks in the pines. Board walks with the bright lights, all mystified, shy. I see hikers on the road, not a trouble or a goal. Unchecked on a list that's been crumpled into compost. I'm a ghost in a fog stall, postmodern porno addict coasting on a long gone IQ test that professed I was a genius. If she could see me now at my weakest, Jesus.
There's a thief on a summer's night, across an ocean, who sees another's life fading away. There's a thief on a summer's night, across an ocean, who sees another's life fading away.
In In my youth, I was breathless in the face of so much potential. But all at once, my breath returned to me, and now I can only expand my lungs so far. I can no longer pretend to be satisfied. I can no longer pretend to be surprised. No matter how cold it gets, somewhere there is someone drenched in sweat. And no matter how hot I get, somewhere there is someone freezing to death.
Dressed to the nines, new suit shining, flowers in hand, whole world behind me. One girl in front of me, calling me handsome. Stop, I'm bad with compliments. Turning red, no confidence. And that was all it took. From that moment I was hooked. Still haven't removed it, still sitting here wounded, refusing the procedure. Can't go through with losing it, cause it keeps me fused to you. Stay with me. I said, lay with me. I begged. Delay your exit and I'll change everything. Come back to bed and I'll make you my forever queen. I can explain the lack of attention, please. I'm scratching and clawing trying to keep you pleased, but I'm seeing you fleeing and everything I do just pushes you away, and that can't be true. It doesn't make sense to say I try too hard. I don't see how that works, so don't play that card. If I love you, let you go, but that sounds like nonsense. But I'm falling apart, so you'd know better, I guess. I fought so hard and I held on too long. All you ever wanted was all that I could never give you. I fought so hard and I held on too long. All you ever wanted was all that I could never give you. Keep it short, she asks of me, but I'm basking in the beauty. She's a bird asking for freedom, and I'm the one with the keys she's seeking. Her song is a stunning melody of mispotential and melancholy, misanthropy and monotony. I need to be more, she swears solemnly. It's lost on me sadly. I've been blindly happy. I never imagined how much pain she was feeling. You don't need my permission to leave. The cage bird sings, but she's singing for me. It's a show she believes in to protect my ego. So I know now she loves me, but she just wants to see though. She says maybe someday, but I doubt it. I just hope she's blissful out there without me. If she ever comes back, I won't say I told you so. I'll just hold her close until she wants to be let go. I fought so hard and I held on too long. All you ever wanted was all that I could never give you. I fought so hard and I held on too long. All you ever wanted was all that I could never give you. I could put a part in the 7 seas, and I could serve my heart on a silver sheet, and I could climb walls and summit mountaintops, but it'd all be too much, and you'd tell me to stop. Cease and desist, move on with my life. Catch and release, see the shimmer in twilight. I could move the earth and raise the dead from their grave, but you're never coming back, and it's better that way. I fought so hard and I held on too long. All you ever wanted was all that I could never give you. I fought so hard and I held on too long. All you ever wanted was all that I could never give you. All you ever wanted was all that I could never give you. All you ever wanted was all that I could never give you. Get up early, I could stay out late, try to change the world, try to change my fate, but it's not enough, no it's not enough, no it's not enough, no it's not. I could be a saint, I could do no wrong, I could help the weak, overtake the strong, but it's not enough. No, it's not enough. No, it's not enough. No, it's not. I know the score, it's not like I didn't play, but I'm not the altered beast, can't just I've been peacefully seeking a way out the gutter, reaching a peak when it comes to the underground that I'm trapped in, capped with the fact that pain gives my fat and blackened heart and attacking. So I strengthen the doors and batten the hatches to attach to the past so my ass goes backwards. Can't take a chance with the system. Hearts bleed and kids are victims. Cops kill and keep slipping prison. Ships sink and bring dreams with them. So the undertow is all I know. This whole cruise is a wall-to-wall shit show. Best hope for no slow-mo, like a lifetime between the top floor and the ground below. Building expectations while numbing the pain of fragmentation impacting the terrain. If you could be here now, if you could cure my woes, maybe you'd talk me down from this window. I could get up early, I could stay out late, try to change the world, try to change my fate, but it's not enough. No, it's not enough. No, it's not enough. No, it's not. I could be a saint, I could do no wrong, I could help the weak, overtake the strong, but it's not enough. No, it's not enough. No, it's not enough. No, it's not. Now I'll drink from the Lazarus pit, so that health and love is all I have to spit. From the hospitals to the plush suites, I'll gladly fit the whole world in my suitcase. It's my grand tour, cause I can fix every wretched problem that my blessed words can land upon. Every fleeting whim and every piece of sin I can get my hands upon. Every weeping widow and every tweeting kid crying boredom, escort them to the world outside and hand them a lit torch to play with. And watch the way the wraiths and monsters run away. Cause fire bad, Addtl good. Drop the ski masks and white hoods, the AKs and the saw goods, the backhands and the sad looks, the black hats and the burned books, and be real people who do real good. I'll put my back into it, I'm serious, the old college try. No bullshit, no propaganda, no soapbox on high. And I'll gaze upon all that I've accomplished, and I'll sigh, cause it will have not made one damn difference, and here's why. Stay out late, try to change the world, try to change my fate, but it's not enough. No, it's not enough. No, it's not enough. No, it's not. I could be a saint, I could do no wrong, I could help the weak, overtake the strong, but it's not enough. No, it's not enough. No, it's not enough. No, it's not. I could break the rules to avenge the loss. I could draw the line and then leap across. Keep on it every night, win at any cost. I could break my back, I could bear the cross. I could waste my time, I could waste my life. You could call my bluff, but it's not enough. If you could be here now, if you could cure my woes, maybe you'd talk me down from this window. Been single for years, getting pretty desperate, so I put on my best chucks and a dress shirt and head out to try my luck with the ladies of the general public. I walk into this bar and as soon as I have a drink in hand, this girl's standing so close to me I can smell the crantini on her breath. Her flirt skills are level 99 and I got weak resistance. I'm fucking up punchlines but she's chuckling, transparently insistent. perfectly resplendent when she's bending over backwards, acting like her laughter ain't completely manufactured, but who knows what she's after. Pretense is getting shattered faster than glass platters when mad dads huck them at the plaster, so fuck it, I'ma ask her. I said, you putting on this fake face, you seeking something specific? She said, you, and put her left hand directly on my dick. I said, damn girl, slow down, why you moving so fast? I got some questions to ask, like the who, what, and why, man. She looked me straight in the eyes and said, I can't answer them, I don't know who I am. Then she kissed me hard on my lips and my pants practically exploded. So I took her home and I swear the whole way back, I floated. I may embellish deeds, but that's just so it won't be boring. It may sound like fiction, but I guarantee it's a true story. I've been working on my diction and my mirror's reflection, but this tall tale's weird enough and it don't need any stretching. I may embellish deeds, but that's just so it won't be boring. It may sound like fiction, but I guarantee it's a true story. I've been working on my diction and my mirror's reflection, but this tall tale's weird enough and it don't need any stretching. I woke the next morning beside an angel-shaped imprint in my bed. I panicked and hopped up, she was in my kitchen making eggs. The light came in from the window behind her and wrapped her up in a blanket of warm sunshine. She would have stacked up against the great beauties of yesteryear, the future, or any time. Betty and Marilyn could barely compare. Audrey and Ingrid couldn't hold a candle to my gorgeous nameless random stranger. Clark and Bogey couldn't even handle her. This was the most monumentous perfect morning, nothing could fuck it up. She handed me my plate and said I'm married to a hateful son of a bitch, and he loves me as much as his guns. He knows I'm here, and we gotta run. Without hesitation, we dropped it all and hit the road. We put miles far behind us, but we could always feel him close. We tried to stay in motion, but stopped at a remote watering hole. We weren't inside for 5 minutes before we heard his truck approach. Without hesitation, we dropped it all and hit the road. We put miles far behind us, but we could always feel him close. We tried to stay in motion, but stopped at a remote watering hole. We weren't inside for 5 minutes before we heard his truck approach. He busted through the door, he was burly, he was strapping, and he was strapped as a pack in a Colt 45 with the hammer fully back. He said with a surprisingly soft voice, so you're the boy toy, you're the one, the man who stole my girl, she was my world, she was my shining sun. I said, judging by the beard, you seem like a Leonard Skinner man. So like that song, give me 3 steps and I'll peel out in my van. You'll never see me again, draw up a contract if you have to and pass me the pen. I know it was cowardice, it was awful, the opposite of brave. But you try staring down the barrel of a gun big enough to blast caves into mountains. There was shouting so loud it was chaos, until the ruckus was stopped by the deafening pop of 2 shots. They rang out into the night like high noon church bells and then quiet, followed by the clink of gravity's effect on 2 shells, then silence. I opened my eyelids, my ears were buzzing, legs ain't budging, covered in blood, I see her hovering above me. She's angelic, but it's a red halo, like it's been branded with the devil's logo. I'm not saying it was her plan the whole time, but I can see her old man's brains on the back wall and I can tell I'm clearly dying. You thought you knew the plot, but I hit you with that twist, not Shyamalan, I be on that Sunset Boulevard shit. She was ready for her close-up, my obituary was already written. I felt myself slip away the same time as her hand did. And now as I'm taking my last breath, I feel the same sense of loss that her old man did. Now she's moved on, a lovely little lady living life with some new prick. Put some meat on her bones from her cheeks to her hips. Sometimes I catch myself speaking of her fondly, saying we used to be so happy and joyful, see? And my fellow ghosts say fuck her man, and I cover with, I meant like the royal we. Yeah, that's definitely what I meant. The royal we. So maybe it was fiction, this whole story that I told, but I'm in purgatory now and all I can do is enjoy the show. Maybe it was all a metaphor, maybe it was all a dream. I'm just glad it's off my chest cause it's been literally killing me. It's been literally killing me. It literally killed me.
Don't you see, time is running out for me. Don't you see, push it to the edge and I'll fall.
Kind is the light from a warm stranger's eyes when he helps a blind man to the street's other side. While nice guys care enough to last us all a lifetime, I'm writing rhymes, eating junk food and drinking moonshine. Is that alright? Will you people judge me if I keep typing instead of jumping to the aid of someone suffering? Is it selfish to pretend I'm not affected? But I can't pinpoint how I'm supposed to rope the culprit. Cutting words from these bars to make them easy to figure out. I'm just a clown with fruity loops without a clue and full of doubt. So I close the lid of my laptop hard, strap myself in and head to the local liquor mart to drown this stew of confusion and blues with 100 proof fusion of juices and booze. Cause I like to drink but I still can't take the burn, so I chase to kill the taste and by its grace my guilt is cured.
Don't you see, time is running out for me. Don't you see, push it to the edge and I'll fall. It's the end of all as we know
very soon parted, but fools with some money always throw the best parties. I don't feel remorse for drinking their free wine and eating their cheese plates after skipping dinner time. I got a mind full of art and a heart full of lies, a chest full of secrets and some black lung sighs. Funny, I don't smoke, not a single one yet. It's all secondhand from third-rate cigarettes. Stage 4 fucked up, so high five for betterment. Deep sixed any ideas that I'd ever see retirement. So all 7 sins sound great, that's why I ate all my feelings and now I'm 90 pounds overweight. 10 to 1 says young failure for what's thumping in my ribcage. Story at 11 after my 12th double IPA. I'd be worried if I thought it fucking mattered, but it doesn't, so hit the canned laughter.
Don't you see, time is running out for me. Don't you see, push it to the edge and I'll fall. It's the end of all as we know it. It's the end of all as we know it.
If I insisted on trying to make clear to me every pressing issue in the news that I see, I'd drive my shitty car into the nearest deep creek with all my worldly possessions in the fucking back seat. And with me riding shotgun, a prestigious position would be the last small vestige of my sanity and vision. But since I'm not a quitter, I think I'll stay dry. Just forget about the questions at the edge of the night. But since I'm not a quitter, I think I'll stay dry. Just forget about the questions at the edge of the night. So what's the verdict? What you people got to say? Put your ego in the corner, let your id out to play. Come wallow in the dirt, swallow in the sin that the best of the rest of us built house in. On soil that was weak, on checks bi-weekly, in a muddy mix of desperation and dreaming. We're all Kitty Genovese, we're all Egg Boy. We're all begging in the street cause we always need more. We're all dying in full view of an earth's worth of strangers, like curled earthworms burning up on the pavement. Had another few bars that I needed to get done, but I gotta go to work, so I guess I'll just recycle some. I'll drown this stew of confusion and blues with 100 proof fusion of juices and booze. I'll drown this stew of confusion and blues with 100 proof fusion of juices and booze.
Don't you see, time is running out for me. Don't you see, push it to the edge and I'll fall free.
She got a thermos full of wake-up juice mixed with kick for libations, a lunch bag full of anti-starvation medication, cakes on the makeup, she shakes the anxiousness, she's patient, takes a break to reflect on the sacrifices she made for this. More noise than normal in her brain bucket, but fuck it. She's a glorious mare, status quo's an old jockey set to buck him. Skirt on cause the pantsuit intimidates the man co-workers. Bunch of dude bros quoting Ari Gold, call themselves closers. But when she gets that promotion over the boys club, it'll be so damn worth it. So worth it. The moment comes, she's in the office, legs crossed, composure perfect. Composure perfect. Climbing towards that mountain's high. They say, can I help? But you know that you got this. We all should stand on our own 2 feet. But the ceiling's made of glass and your heels made of concrete. Climbing towards that mountain's high. They say, can I help? But you know that you got this. We all should stand on our own 2 feet. But the ceiling's made of glass and your heels made of concrete. She's cursing him in her head cause he's staring at her stems. Grits her teeth and smiles, thanks him for the awkward compliments. Says, yes sir, I see myself as an asset. Then she regrets it, cause she sees him smile. Inside he's laughing at the word asset. The double standards stack up so copious, the word standard becomes wholly appropriate. But stay focused, cause most of those dickheads out there in the bullpen ain't ever closed shit. Like this legit boss is about to straight up fucking close this. She'll make progress on the problem as a cog in the machine. She knows this. She knows this. Outsiders don't change industries, it's done from within. So don't blow this. Don't blow this. Climbing towards that mountain top. They say, can I help? But you know that you got this. We all should stand on our own 2 feet, but the ceiling's made of glass and your heels made of concrete. Climbing towards that mountain top. They say, can I help? But you know that you got this. We all should stand on our own 2 feet, but the ceiling's made of glass and your heels made of concrete. He says, sweetheart, job's yours, but one thing, honey, for your services, what's it worth to us, you think, in terms of money? She replies, just as much as any man's, I assume's what you meant, but for now I guess I'll have to settle on 79%. Cause for now that's the best I'll get. It's not really what she said, it just played out in her head. She shook his hand, knowing the old man won't live long enough to regret the day he thought she settled on 79%. I'm a commoner, commonly known as a nobody plotting to unearth a rocky rotting beneath the ennui. The analogy is accurate to an extent, cause I beat meat, sweat a lot, get yelled at, and still don't win in the end. I've been grounded, no fly list like a jihadist, keep getting kicked off of flights like a Boston asshole cause I'm the hottest to get along with, dodging opportunities when they knock, I run and hide. Got my lack of ambition on lockdown, the file's classified. Top secret dreams so buried in the paperwork they're a mystery to even me. I try to write it all out, but when the ink hits paper, the words come out in code and then turn to vapor, rise up into the atmosphere and dissipate into the cumulonimbus. Humorously enough, they end up flying higher than I ever did. Ridiculous. I'd insist that I'm gonna stick with this, but my history in that regard is like a blind archer, cause it's hit or miss, but mostly miss. Forget the details, I get past them with no effort like I got a warp whistle. Pick the thimble when I play Monopoly cause I don't want to be a useless piece. Plus I like protecting squeamish people's fingers from needles and quills. Keep princesses from pricks. White knight complex, 2 saves, no kills. 0 rings and 0 meaningful experience to glean from being a hero. All in all I'd say I learned a thing or two about the blues, not to mention the reds, the green monster, the white lies, the gray areas, and the truths. Heard a few different interpretations of the word promise, an interestingly diverse group of definitions. Some honest, some complex, some subjective, some objectively incorrect, but what do I know? Guess I'll go and cross the whole concept off the list of ideals I thought I had reeled in and accept that the only real person I know is me. Throw out the bait and keep my rod to myself, cause them fishes can stay in the sea. Enough of that, he gruffly spat back to the mat for another round, this time armed with the sound and the fury of knowing worry and curiousness are 2 sides of the same coin-operated slot machine. Can't plot a thing like life, love, or well-being when there's malice, disease, and jealousy out there waiting to kill the moment you were doing well to seize. To hell with the breezy, tell me everything rom-com, cheesy easiness of the past. Fast, give me the future, or I'll take it like a coup quick. As many takes as I want, Kubrick. Time to fly for the sun, hubris. Worth it to see the curvature of the earth, pure freedom and bliss, even though I'll eventually re-enter the ozone and burn to a crisp. but that's fine. At least I'll have that smolder. Meet the ferryman at the river Styx and call that bitch my chauffeur. Guts in your lungs, in your veins, in your brain, in your liver, and your innards. All of them inside you. I'm not even beside you. Yeah, your guts in your lungs, in your veins, in your brain, in your liver, and your innards. I wanna make them all my neighbors. Set up shop at the base of your skull and stay forever. This sunny earth, living on its chunky crust, dealing with this clumsy lust, inhaling skin dust, soulless. It's not for me. I'm too cynical, I manage, but I'm focusing on fuck-ups like a red light camera. Snapshot stored, ready to deploy it. Pick a fight with me, then I use it to destroy you. I got a mainframe full, the wrinkles in my brain, where happy birthdays and sunshine should play. I'm sick of my own insides. Innards stuck together, pulsing red on borrowed time. Repulsed by the greens and the blues of the outside. Convulsing in the dark, revolting at the sky's light. Fitting to pick up and move a new domain. Yo, your show would do nicely, you're looking beautiful today. Yo, your guts and your lungs and your veins and your brain and your liver and your innards. All of them inside you. I'm not even beside you. Yeah, your guts and your lungs and your veins and your brain and your liver and your innards. I wanna make them all my neighbors. Set up shop at the base of your skull and stay forever. All the gloop and the glop don't bother me, nor does the lack of a modern economy. I'll get along great with your white blood cells. We'll barter and we'll trade over the stories they tell of the battles they fought, both won and lost. Oh, the gory details is my favorite part, where the rivers run red and your lungs run black. I'll ride alongside the cold shivers down your back. Mass transit, straight shot to the bottom of the spine, where I'll mine for cancer cells and expel them so you're fine. Not a tenant of your body, I'll be homeland security. From marrow to dermis, I'm ensuring its purity. Gotta protect my home to the very last tooth, cause the only thing I know is that your innards are the truth. Yo, your guts and your lungs and your veins and your brain and your liver and your innards. All of them inside you. I'm not even beside you. Yeah, your guts and your lungs and your veins and your brain and your liver and your innards. I wanna make them all my neighbors. Set up shop at the base of your skull and stay forever. Yeah, your heart and your soul and your cells and your bones and your kidneys and your innards. Already an empty husk. Deep inside I'll know no difference from dawn in the dusk. Yeah, your heart and your soul and your cells and your bones and your kidneys and your innards. Yeah, your heart and your soul and your cells and your bones and your kidneys and your innards. Inside the blood flow, I'll be reaping what I sow. I'll be keeping seeds growing all along your bone structure, closing ruptures, cutting through clotted lung growths, gunning for the threats and running the whole rotten show. Cause you can't blow my house down if your bones are the doors. Yeah, you can't pull the rug out if your gore is the floors. You can't tear my world apart if your skin is the shores. And you can't rip my heart out if I'm living in yours. Yo, your guts and your lungs and your veins and your brain and your liver and your innards. All of them inside you. I'm not even beside you. Yeah, your guts and your lungs and your veins and your brain and your liver and your innards. I wanna make them all my neighbors. Set up shop at the base of your skull and stay forever. Yeah, your guts and your lungs and your veins and your brain and your liver and your innards. stars burn out, it's quite a show. When I burn out, best bet you're gonna know. There'll be international declarations of sadness. There'll be tales and parables, presentations of my life's happenings. There'll be explosions growing wide in the bright sky. Hexes blowing kisses, crying out, why? Spitting whispers of I miss you into the wind, wishing to hit me on the lips as I sit in whatever afterlife sees fit to let me kick it in. I don't know which till it happens, but I imagine it like this. Smoking a stogie with my pop, stoking a bonfire way on top of Mount Olympus, with through Pinterest little tidbits pinned from my earthly existence. Erase it with the names on my hit list, cause just like money, jewelry, scars, pictures, and sinew, grudges land on a list of stupid shit that you can't take with you. Just memories, every party sing-along I started or joined in on. Every argument I smartly avoided or didn't cling on. Every time I looked the night in his glassy eyes and said, hey, bring it on. And every time it listened and hit me full force, I trekked forward and went out in a blaze of glory like a warrior Klingon.
People told me slow my roll, I'm screaming out, fuck that. I'm gonna do just what I want, and there ain't no turning back. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. People told me slow my roll, I'm screaming out, fuck that. I'm gonna do just what I want, and there ain't no turning back. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest.
Trinkets don't mean much to me. Diamonds are never touching me. Won't see me waste energy clutching things. I make do with some humble subtlety. I was taught that the material is immaterial. Serious, don't get hysterical over shiny bling, cause that gleam is just funereal. Leads you from your corporeal form to a resting place ethereal. Blinds you quick and slips your grip from your mortal steering wheel. For real, hold on to the people who love me. Be gone to the sheeple who just see another reason to seek more bucks free. Stuff is the best cause fuck me, it's free. The lines for the dimes are a mile too long, and the days that I spent living quietly are gone. Wildly and proudly I'm singing this song, loudly and rocking till the day that I'm gone. Life's too short to play it safe, so save my place on that roller coaster to space. Face skin flapping back like an old basset hound, hanging jowls on the window, teeth exposed, skyward bound. Spit spiraling out in the cosmos till bliss is found. Ignorant shifts underground like the corpses of the kings you crown. So if you need some words of motivation to keep yourself on a similar track, don't look back and bring that hook in like a bad vaudevillian act.
People told me slow my roll, I'm screaming out, fuck that. I'm gonna do just what I want, and there ain't no turning back. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. People told me slow my roll, I'm screaming out, fuck that. I'm gonna do just what I want, and there ain't no turning back. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. People told me slow my roll, I'm screaming out, fuck that. I'm gonna do just what I want, and there ain't no turning back. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. People told me slow my roll, I'm screaming out, fuck that. I'm gonna do just what I want, and there ain't no turning back. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. Hey kids, rock and roll, that's how I lost control. Hey kids, go get high, I can't remember why. Get out!
Rock and rollin', sex and drugs and syphilis, rolling up and down hilltops like Sisyphus. On the brink of epiphany, slipping right off of the cliff, then I'm pissing. The day down the drain with the energy drinks, then I'm hitting the spliffs. Colored screens across my eyes, oblivious to pertinent shit. Peak blind, ignorant bliss like a reclusive hermit races. Playing with my cat and watching Friends on Netflix. All white cast like a broke leg, but I digress. Recess went from monkey bars and swing set sessions to 4chan forums and blunt roll lessons. I never been good with people, so I keep seated in my adult crib, debating with the dull lib, dope Trump supporters spitting bullshit in YouTube comment sections, where the decorum is poor form prejudice plus poor grammar corrections. Hammer nail opinions galore, clamoring for more conflict to storm through, cause that's what my life's deformed to.
Hey kids, rock and roll, that's how I lost control. Hey kids, go get high, I can't remember why. Get out! Hey kids, rock and roll, that's how I lost control. Hey kids, go get high, I can't remember why. Get out!
So you can sit there in your swivel chair and swear to the air up there that you'll get me where it hurts the worst, but I don't care. I'm a beard-clad web warrior, internet superior, like an abusive Batman, cause I put the fear in her. Digital penetration, binary, sandy vagina, vigilante, anonymous minutemen, mocking these parrots and their canaries. Ruthless misogynistic accusations that they broke Damon's pubis. I keep hitting them with pixel cubed fists. Every decent person person I disagree with is an SJW, so I like J's and waste my days giving E trouble to the motherfuckers that I think are dumber than puddles of glue. Unaware that I'm the arrogant, gullible druggie making up all of this hullabaloo. Cause I'm an insufferable troll with nothing better to cling to. But you don't know that shit, so I act like I'm the king of you. ITG to the END. Fight white knights with their PhDs. My lack of a life, my PED.
Kids, rock and roll. That's how I lost control. Hey kids, go get high. I can't remember why. Get out! Hey kids, rock and roll. That's how I lost control. Hey kids, go get high. I can't remember why. Get out!
Yo, I'm a great role model. If you don't actually know me, factually, I grow a massive cache of weed in my home, be trolling passively while life be passing me by. I'm a master, my stash will happily cracking wise, cackling like Pennywise till I'm passing my ass out. Step up to me online, I hurl the put downs. My girl gets snippy, I don't threaten her, I just smash her face in the ground. Get the fuck out. I raise voice and raise hands to tackle the issues. I'm a classless individual, my brain and my fists I misuse. It's always more important cause I'm joyfully amused by the misfortune of others and I'm paranoid, so I recuse myself from relations is the station that I choose, and I never act like I actually want anything I have. That way I can't lose it. So kids be just like me, interweb demigod, but I'm most likely to amount to something cause I once burned brightly. Now I hit women, burn bridges and cannabis and grin slyly, so high in my own pride, behind the keys righteously.
Hey kids, rock and roll. That's how I lost control. Hey kids, go get high. I can't remember why. Get out! Hey kids, rock and roll. That's how I lost control. Hey kids, go get high. I can't remember why. Get out!
Man, why don't these people like me? Like, I want them to like me. Do I need them to like me? I don't know. Pop my Snapple, pine for the Big Apple. New York, grapple with inadequacies by dabbling in a sample of everything. All of jackal of all trades, master of one. Just getting plastered and bracing myself in the face of the sun. The only thing I'm great at is getting faded, and I hate that. I get good, but there's always better. Reality check with a face slap. Just when I start to feel confident in my competence, or when compliments get taken to heart. Then I hear rock like Aesop's and fast raps like Watson George. A poem magnum opus from Sage or a soulful flow from Ali. So I stop and wonder if I should give up or keep trying. Never had that kind of talent. Am I wasting a good mind? I just want a little balance between a reverence and respect, and a chance to confess my sins in 16 lines, 3 to 5 minutes at a time. I get it. I shouldn't try to be the next Slug or Tech 9. I'll just be Alton, the first and last of my kind.
Be number one under the sun, but you can't please everyone.
I'm just gonna be me, you know? Nobody else, just me.
Don't stop, you just begun. When the day's done, you can't please everyone.
I can, so I'll just please me. You know? So I guess I'm not for everybody. No accounting for taste. I got your friend's dad's haircut and an asymmetrical face. So I don't qualify as beautiful. Loyal to my friends, dutiful. Only a couple stuck around, but I found that's just the case as usual. Multicolored chucks, even though I'm on the wrong side of 30. Showing up in public off-season in a custom Browns jersey. Number 85. I don't touch politics or comment sections. I like to pretend I'm above it, but we all know otherwise. Surprise, I love it. I do. I'm repping Burlington, North Carolina, but I got a Cleveland state of mind. Ohio. In the state of mind, it's hard to shine, so I stand out like a white lion. So I don't buy the local vegetables. I'm not easily offendable. I'm big city focused, no dialect detectable. Nope. Except when I lose focus and let the twang present itself. I get ashamed like it's a long-lost bastard relative. I greet it with embarrassment. I guess that makes me awfully fake. But like I said, I'm not for everyone, like hot peppers, so just let that salty shake.
Be number one under the sun, but you can't please everyone.
So much salt, like high sodium levels detected.
Don't stop, you just begun. When the day's done, you can't please everyone.
Watch that blood pressure. You're gonna have a heart attack. Salty. One man's garbage, another man's treasure. Playing asshole to some, but to others a pleasure. I'm a ratings hit with one demographic, but a bomb in some others. That's it, I've been canceled. But am I Firefly or another mismatch? Obscure. Did I get the axe too early, or do I belong on my ass? Am I lucky to be breathing, or do I envy the first class? What's it like? Who cares? Fuck that. Flipping the bird to suburban ice. So hip that I'm sipping the bourbon on thinner ice. No Miller Lite touching my lips and vibing the best of the beers at the end of most nights. I got no dog in most fights, but that's cause I'm often the canine in question. Request a recess, I'm like timeout cause I can't get a breath in. I wanna be more, but for some I will always be less than. Like the value of X, want my powers repressed like a closeted X-Men. People speak shit in excess, but I'm not playing, won't take any bit of suppression. I turn cheeks like I'm stripping and just hit the next one. Judge if you must, but don't expect me to sweat it. Cause I present Sean, not the worst or the best one, just a lyrically blessed one. So blessed.
Number one under the sun.
So
But
blessed.
you can't please everyone.
You know, like a lot of people have told me, Sean, you do words good. I'm like, thank you.
But don't stop, you just begun. When the day's done, you can't please everyone.
Like, I mean, I'm so flattered that you think I do words good. I mean, I'm so blessed, you know, so blessed to be able to do words, like, and to be able to take them and then, like, put them in the right order and then say them real fast. So I am blessed. Thank you. Although, you know, somewhere there's going to be somebody who's like, man, that Addtl, he made that song Can't Please Everyone, and it, like, really resonated with me. But that stupid little running commentary, he did the whole song, like, you couldn't even hear half of it. It was pretty dumb. So I'd like the song way better if it didn't have that, because then he, like, trailed on for like a whole minute at the end of the song. It was ridiculous. So shit, there's the drums, it means it's time to start. Time for art to get made in the shape of letters from the heart. Handwritten and hair splitting, swinging a miss, can't hit for shit, cause I keep calling my shots like bourbon barkeep. Please don't spit in it. He's spitting it, I don't give a fuck, that shit's sterile. If I cared about what I put in my air hole, I wouldn't be sitting here sipping barrels worth of terrible house whiskey with glee. Well, maybe not glee, I don't really do anything with glee these days. So I self-prescribe, and I self-medicate that I inscribe my little life onto some fresh 11x8s. And then meditate, by meditate I mean dedicate every second and impulse to doing this rap thing the best I can. I'm so close to wrapping it up and shouting this one's in the can. Telling the cast and crew you can go home to your families, damn. But the director hates the star, the producer hates them both. See, it's trick movie magic, cause all three of those hacks are mean. I only know where I have been, and I got so long to go. I know you see the shape I'm in, but I still got room to grow. I've been dragging my feet so long, I've been planning for defeat so long. I can't imagine how it feels to win, but I'm gonna die trying just so I can say I know. Spell it out, I can shorten words, make it easy to choke down, but defeat still tastes like dirt. It don't work that way. From now on when I got something to say, I'ma say it in verse, for better or for worse. Bars, paragraphs, choruses, stanzas of poems spoken or spit under a brand spanking new handle. Leave the rest of who I am like I found it in shambles, clinging to each cancerous breath, unable to stand still. Senseless, set this, purposely with no set list. Restless, feckless, personally reckless. Got rid of my ledger in a virtual checklist. Crescendo crested, then I got left in the past festering. Guess it's best that I'm mercifully sexless. I got no kids to regret, but the urge is creeping around, surging to the surface, so just add it to my file. My life is open court, and my decisions stand trial. But I'm an absentee defendant, cause I just hit send on this drunk dial. I only know where I have been, and I got so long to go. I know you see the shape I'm in, but I still got room to grow. I've been dragging my feet so long, I've been planning for defeat so long. I can't imagine how it feels to win, but I'm gonna die trying just so I can say I know. I drink a whiskey drink, I drink a vodka drink. I drink a lager drink, I drink a cider drink. I sing the songs that remind me of the good times. I spit the rhymes that remind me of the better times. I hit on dimes just to get rejected, cause my best defense mechanism is pretending that I'm better than the rest of them. I perfected it. I write lines, mine from the worst of times. Cold black flashbacks that I'm molding a bold rap diamond shining. Oh Danny boy, oh damn me boy. Hand me a handle and Macallan, I'm palling around with Uncle Hennessy, begging me to forget a helmet and dive into the shallows desperately. I get knocked down, I get knocked out, I pass out on the couch and memories get wiped out. But I get up again, I always will until I don't. And when that day comes, I just hope you know I'm shit at holding a grudge, even though I spent most of my time on this rock getting mocked and judged.
I only know where I have been, and I got so long to go. I know you see the shape I'm in, but I still got room to grow. I've been dragging my feet so long, I've been planning for defeat so long. I can't imagine how it feels to win, but I'm gonna